Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. And this is going to be part one of a two-part 5 Minutes with Ben. I'm going to show you how to win this position with bishop and knight, and I'm going to show you one defense for black, and we're going to look at it in this video. Then in the next video, I'm going to show you a different defense for black, and we're going to look at it in that video. Then if you ever have a position like this, you'll know how to win against either defense. This is the easy defense. This is when the opponent doesn't defend correctly and makes it easy for you. So we have the king in the wrong corner of the bishop, and you can't mate in the wrong corner. You have to force the king out. The way to force the king out is to put the knight either on b6 or c7. It doesn't matter which one. There's no pawns on the board, so technically it's the same square, and we could discuss that later, but trust me, it's the same square. And since the knight can go to c7, we're going to go to c7. If the knight went to b6, it would be the same thing. I would mate you here, and now I'm going to mate you here. But that's also the same square because there's no pawns on the board. Okay, then black moves the king somewhere. We check the king. The king has to go here. And once we have the position where the king can't go in the corner and the king can't go next to the corner, we're all set. And we don't have to make a move that does anything. We're going to make a waiting move with the bishop. All these moves I'm highlighting are good moves for the bishop. The king lines up against white's king, and white plays bishop to a7. And this is the starting position, and we're going to see two different defenses for black. In this video, we're going to see the easy one, easy to beat. In the next video, we're going to see the difficult one. Okay, so let's go back so that it's not so hard for you. Knight c7, check, forcing the king out of the corner. Then we force the king out of next to the corner, and we get this position. This is like the starting position of mating with bishop and knight. The king has to go to d8. Now we play knight to d5. And in this position, black can play king e8, which is the subject of the next video. And in this video, we're going to look at king c8. King c8 is easy to beat because we check and we get the same position we had just 2 rows over. And then we check and we go here. And this position should look familiar to you. We just had it over a couple of files and we moved them over to the right corner. So let's go back and see how we did that. Black played king c8. That's the easy move to beat. Knight check. King d6. Black only has one legal move. King d8. We check him away. And we get the same position we had. And then we do it again. We keep doing the same thing and getting the same position just 2 files over. And in this position, now we checkmate because black has to play king here, king here. The 2 important pieces are the king and the bishop. The bishop controls this square and the king controls the other 3 squares. Now we mate by going here, and then we decide not to stalemate. If you play knight h6, it's stalemate. Whenever you can stalemate your opponent, just make a waiting move with your bishop. Bishop, here's a waiting move. Any square on this diagonal, except f8, where they would attack your bishop, is good enough. If you're really nervous and afraid, you can go all the way back here, then they'll never attack your bishop. King g8, knight h6 check, king h8, and checkmate. Yay, you made it with bishop and knight. Now let's go to the beginning and do that again. And then if you watch this video a few times, you'll be able to win with bishop and knight if they play the bad defense. If they play the good defense, you have to watch the next video. Okay, so knight c7 check, bishop check, force him out of the corner. The king's forced out of the corner. You play knight to d5 here. They play the bad defense, king c8. You check them. I've done this many times. You check them, and it's the same position. We're just doing the same thing. It's just that we're moving it over and over to the corner, and black only has one legal move in most positions. So you don't have to analyze very much. And then all you have to do is make sure you don't stalemate. So knight h6 is stalemate. Don't do that. Don't stalemate your opponent when you have bishop and knight versus king. It's easy to do. And if it is stalemate, you can make a waiting move with your bishop. All of these moves will suffice. You want to still control the f8 square so they don't run away. I went to c5, then I went to a3. It doesn't matter. And then after king g8, we play knight h6 check and bishop on the diagonal mate. That's how you mate with bishop and knight if they don't defend correctly. If they defend better than that, you have to play a little bit better, and we're going to discuss that in the next video. That video is going to be more than 5 minutes. This one was about 5 minutes. Thanks for watching 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and you too can mate with bishop and knight. Bye.